Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about my trash. I love it. We're going to be going through my empties. I'm going to be giving you some mini reviews of this stuff. A lot of my empties, I'm realizing this is kind of becoming a little redundant. So give this video a thumbs up if you like empties videos, just to let me know if I should continue doing these. I know I have plenty of newer subscribers. Thank you very much, by the way, but newer subscribers since my last empties video. So hopefully this will be helpful for you guys. So let's get right into it. Okay, I'm just going to get this out of the way because I do talk about this in almost every, well, in every empties video. Oh no, that's, okay. Wow, I thought I had 3 conditioners to 1 shampoo bottle. Anyway, so I have, so gross. I have the Oribe Magnificent Volume Shampoo and Conditioner. And this is just my go-to shampoo and conditioner. I love the way it like volumizes my hair without making it dry. I find a lot of volumizing products just kind of dry your hair out. It's like their way of volumizing your hair is like making it frizzy. I don't find that with this. This leaves my hair very nourished, but gives it volume, gives it lift. My hair doesn't look like too flat, which it has the tendency of doing because it is so straight. But these are wonderful and they smell, I mean, it's an Oribe product, so it just smells just amazing. And I'm really appreciating like a nice fragrance during shower time because it really is just, it's like aromatherapy and I just love it. So Oribe's Magnificent Volume line. Highly, highly recommend if you have, you know, hair that's like a little bit lifeless or a bit lifeless like mine. I really, really enjoy it. Another Oribe product that I went through, this actually lasted me for years. This is the Rock Hard Gel. And this is the gel that I use whenever you see me like slick back my hair into a ponytail or a high bun or something. This is what I put in my hair. This gel is the only gel that I find is, I mean, rock hard is a very good description of it. It really keeps your hair in place and it is very, very stiff. I mean, you'll feel that it's like hard and crunchy, but when I take my hair down at the end of the day, because I shower and I wash my hair in the mornings. So at night, you know, the last thing I want is like flaky old gel in my hair. I would feel like I would have to wash my hair again at the end of the day, which I don't want to do. But with this gel, even though it's rock hard, like I'll take my hair down and I'll like crunch it up a little bit. It's not like it all disappears or anything like that. Like it'll still feel like I have gel in my hair, but there are no flakes. Like nothing just kind of like flakes out of my hair. I don't feel like gross going to bed with this still in my hair. I mean, I look insane the next morning. I definitely have to wash my hair the next day, but it keeps your hair in place and I don't feel like, I don't know, it just doesn't have that typical like gel crustiness that I've experienced with a lot of other hair gels. So another big win from Oribe. I'll just stick with hair. I have this hair product. This is the Christoph Robin Cleansing Volumizing Paste. It is like a scalp scrub, and paste is a really, really great word for this. It has like a really thick kind of consistency. Every time I dug my fingers into it, it was sort of like what I would imagine quicksand to feel like. It just felt like, oh, my fingers would sink in really slowly and I would take out the paste, and it had exfoliating bits in there. So it was a great scalp scrub on top of it being this volumizing product. So there's like a clay in here and a rose extract, and sometimes clay I feel like disturbs my skin a little bit. My scalp skin obviously is very different from my facial skin, so I don't feel like I had any kind of adverse reaction to the clay in here. It was actually just really nice. It really felt like it was cleaning my scalp, almost like I was giving my scalp a facial. Really lovely. So what I would do was kind of like, you know, part my hair while it was wet. Obviously I'm in the shower. I would part my hair. I would take like a little bit of this paste, because a little bit of that paste, by the way, goes a long way. So I would take like a little bit of it and I would just kind of scrub it right at the roots down my part, and then I would part my hair again. So I'd probably do that 5 times, you know, 2 on each side and 1 down the middle. And if I was feeling like I needed a little bit in the back too, then I would do the same thing in the back. And then I would just really kind of like massage it in, and it would lather up really beautifully. And it just, I don't know, it just adds that extra like it's almost like a second cleanse, like you're second cleansing your scalp. So, so nice. I really, really highly recommend this. I would definitely repurchase, well, I would purchase this. This was actually sent to me in PR through Octoly, if I remember correctly, because I've had this for a long time. Because like I said, a little bit goes a long way, and I only do this like at most once a week. This is not something I do nearly like on a very regular, consistent basis. So it took me a long time to get through this, and I would definitely purchase this on my own. I just purchased the Way scalp and body scrub. If you guys watched my haul video, I just purchased that at Sephora. So I'm going to try that out, and I'm actually going through one from Kerastase that I hauled, I believe, during the spring VIB sale. Anyway, that one is okay. I do like this one more. I would say the only, I don't know, downside to this is that it does have rose extract in there. So this smells very, very rosy. So you really have to like the rose scent. I really enjoy it. Some days I just don't want to smell that way, and so the Kerastase was nice for that. Like I would kind of layer that in because that has a little bit of a lighter, fresher kind of scent, but the actual effects of this product I think are better. So anyway, that's the Christophe Robin Cleansing Volumizing Paste. Okay, that's it for hair. Let me do body. So I finished up this Frank Body coffee scrub, and I love this coffee scrub. The only problem with this coffee scrub, and I'm just going to put it down because it's really kind of grubby. The only, I don't know, quote unquote problem with that coffee scrub is that it's kind of messy. Your shower will look like a coffee bean murder scene by the time you're done. So I would always have to kind of like rinse my shower out or whatever. And because it comes in this like Ziploc bag, I did feel like it dried out a little bit towards the end of my usage of it. So what I did was, and here's another empty, God, this is so gross too. Here's the Jordan Samuel Granita de Cafe body scrub. So this was like a body scrub that had a beautiful coffee scent, but this was more of like an oily paste with coffee scrub in there. And I didn't feel like this one had enough scrubbies. I really like some pretty strong scrubbies. So what I would do is take a scoop of this Jordan Samuel and then a scoop of this Frank Body, and I would combine the two, and it would kind of re-moisten this body scrub, and then it would add some scrubbies to this. So this is actually a great combination if you want to play around, if you want to create some concoctions during shower time. But I do love, I love coffee. I love a coffee scent, and I really enjoy like this coffee scrub business in the shower. So these are absolutely lovely. So I would not hesitate in repurchasing these. I have a lot of body scrub to get through at the moment. Next up, I have some shower gels. So the Glossier Body Hero, I love this. It is a daily oil wash. So this is great for my dry skin. A lot of body washes really dry out my skin. I feel like I've had to go through a lot of dry skin body washes to find ones that really work for me. This is one that really works for me. I feel clean, but I don't feel dry after this. This does have that Glossier like scent to it. I'm trying to describe it. I know it has like white musk in there. I feel like it's the same scent as their You perfume. I don't know if you guys have smelled that, but anyway, it does have that scent. I know it may not be your favorite, but it is fairly faint. I definitely smell it, obviously, when I'm using it. I don't feel like I smell it all day, and it's a very thin formula, so you do need to use like a poof or sponge or some sort of tool to kind of help you use it, because it is very, very thin, and it doesn't really lather, but it does make you feel very clean. So I really enjoy this, and this was actually sent to me from a friend of mine that works at Chanel, and I was like, oh my, like this is just so fancy, you know, like Chanel body wash, but this is so amazing. This made me decide that I'm like, I need to get body washes from now on that have scents that I really, really enjoy. Every time I would shower, it would just change my mood. This is the Deauville scent, by the way. Sorry, I neglected to mention that. So that is the fragrance, and I actually have that as a fragrance, and I love it. It's just, it's so light. It's like a very kind of yellow, orange, green kind of scent. There's like a citrus in there, but it's not overpoweringly citrus. And slightly floral. It's just gorgeous. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I feel like there's like a little bit, but I've kept this upside down in my shower and I just can't get the rest out. I don't know. Maybe I'll use it just as like hand wash or something for that last bit. Anyway, so would I purchase this myself? Definitely, without hesitation, for sure. Okay, SPFs. I have a bunch of SPF empties. This is the Elta MD SPF 47 Face and Body Physical Sunscreen. So this is the one that only has physical sunscreen in there. So it's zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. It's water resistant for 80 minutes. And you know, so many of you commented, and so many of my friends here on YouTube, they love Elta MD. And I will say that this did provide great protection. I used this, you know, face, body, or whatever. I tested it out. Obviously, I finished the bottle. I will say my only issue with this sunscreen is that it is so intense that it was hard to wash off. I would many times come out of the shower and be like, what is that still on my skin? And I realized it was still this SPF. So it's that kind of like pasty SPF that I felt like I really needed to take like a brush to my skin to actually get it off. So that was my only issue with this Elta MD, but it was great protection. I don't think I would call it transparent zinc oxide either. I definitely felt like there was a bit of a white cast, which is fine. It's something I definitely expect when it comes to physical sunscreen. It was just the washing off of it that kind of bugged me. So anyway, that's the Elta MD. This Tom Ford Face Protect, this has been discontinued. This has an SPF 50, and this is all chemical sunscreen. So I really enjoyed this product. It had a really light, fresh fragrance that I really liked. I mean, it's chemical, so it went on just beautifully, and I would have repurchase this, except like I mentioned, it's discontinued. I don't know why they discontinued it, but I really enjoyed it. It was just such an easy product to put on. And then last but not least, I have this Kypris Pot of Shade Heliotropic. So I just talked about this in my haul because Kypris, like the mind readers they sent me a new jar of this. Actually, is it sitting out here? Yeah, they sent me actually the larger size because they have two sizes. This is the 68 milliliter, which they just sent me, and this is the 27 milliliter. So this is all physical sunscreen. It has an SPF 30 and it's 20% zinc oxide. This to me is the finest physical sunscreen I have ever tried, and I do feel like I've tried quite a bit at this point, and we're talking purely physical, not a combination, not chemical, but physical sunscreen. I like to change up my mineral physical sunscreens with chemical sunscreens and kind of go back and forth. Like the primer that I'm wearing today is the Chantecaille Ultra Sun Face Protect Primer with SPF 45, but that's all chemical sunscreens, so I'll probably use my new Pot of Shade tomorrow. I really like to try and change it up, and the Kypris, it's the finest mineral physical sunscreen I have come across. Even though this was sent to me, I would definitely repurchase this product, no doubt. Okay, face cleansers. I've got the Retrouve Luminous Cleansing Elixir. I feel like this is something just like the Oribe shampoo and conditioner. This appears like in almost all of my favorites, but this is what I use as a second cleanse in the evening. I just did an evening skincare routine, which you guys have been like repeatedly asking me to do. So I just did that, and the Retrouve line is actually featured in that routine because I've been testing it out for 3 months and I am obsessed. I don't use that word often, as you guys know, and I don't use it lightly, but I am obsessed with the Retrouve line. So this Luminous Cleansing Elixir, it pumps out the top, so it's almost like a balm that's been like broken down already, almost like if you've, you know, softened up a balm already. That's what comes out of this, and it is so amazing. It cleans everything off of my skin. It doesn't give me like the foggy vision, and then I just use like a wet washcloth and just kind of wipe it away, and it just leaves my skin feeling not too moisturized. You know, it doesn't make my skin feel oily in any way, but it doesn't make my skin feel dry at all. It just has the most luxurious feeling to the product. It's just impeccable. It's the only way I know how to describe this line. It's just impeccable. And it's got to be like my 8th, I've completely lost count. I've used so much of this and I love it, and I will continue to repurchase this product. It's just phenomenal. A daytime cleanser that I have been using. So this is the Sisley Radiance Foaming Cream. It's the Depolluting Cleansing Makeup Remover. I preferred this to remove my makeup versus this, which is why I ended up using this as like a daytime cleanser. And this was great. So I have a lot of different daytime cleansers. I have a lot of daytime cleansers that are very gentle, they're very moisturizing, and I use those on like a normal morning. But if I've, let's say, worked out and I'm feeling really grubby and I have sunscreen on mixed in with sweat, what I will do is use a cleanser that I feel is a little bit stronger, and that was this guy. This is stronger but gentle. I didn't feel like my skin was stripped. I didn't feel like my skin was dry afterwards. It was really great. Sisley did send this to me. Would I repurchase this myself? I think I would, because I'm at the point now where I have a lot of like gentle moisturizing cleansers in my tub. And just the other day I was like, oh, I need something like a little bit stronger. And I thought of this. So I think I would repurchase this guy. It really does strike a nice balance between being very effective but being very gentle all at the same time. And I do love like the foamingness of it. This bottle I felt like lasted me forever. It's 4.2 fluid ounces. Maybe because of the foaming action, I just felt like this particular cleanser lasted me a long time. Yeah, I think I would repurchase this. All right, some face products. So I finished up a jar of La Mer Moisturizing Cream. Yeah, I always like to double check myself because sometimes I feel like I'll put something in an empties and that almost like this Chanel. And then I'm like, wait a second, there's a little bit left. No, this one's all done. This one's all done. So La Mer has been like a long time love of mine. I've talked about La Mer endlessly. I have sensitive eczema prone skin, and this was one of the products, or the only product, that I felt like helped keep my eczema at bay. That wasn't like an over-the-counter kind of like steroid type cream. So I've just been a huge longtime fan of La Mer. I have stopped using La Mer because I've moved over to Retrouve. I'm sorry, La Mer. I'm so sorry, but Retrouve, you're my new hero. So will I be repurchasing La Mer? Probably not. I feel like I actually have some of the soft moisturizing lotion, which is the product that I've actually been using more than the cream. The cream is when I'm feeling like my skin is like beyond dry, like it's just moved into a whole different phase. Then I use the cream. And I want to say over the past year or so, I really haven't used La Mer more than just to kind of like spot moisturize like any sort of eczema that's like popped up. So I have a backup of the moisturizing soft lotion. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to be repurchasing this. I've moved on to greener pastures called Retrouve. Sorry La Mer. I really feel like I'm cheating on poor La Mer because this product got me through decades of really, really crappy eczema. And I want to take this moment to thank La Mer for getting me through all of those very difficult skin years. So thank you very much. And then I finished up the Sisley Black Rose Precious Face Oil. This is a lovely face oil. I was using this before I jumped into Retrouve. I was using this as my nighttime oil. I found it a little bit thicker than some of the other oils I was using, and so I didn't really want to use it during the daytime when I was going to be putting SPF on and then, you know, makeup and primer and all that kind of stuff. So I was using this at night, and it's lovely. I mean, it's a lovely, lovely product. Again, am I going to be repurchasing this? No, because I have Retrouve now. So I will not be repurchasing this, but for no other reason than I just have other products. But if I was looking for a face oil, or if I were to recommend a face oil, I would recommend this one. It is lovely. All right, just a couple more things. RIP the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Balm. So they reformulated this to be vegan, right? Am I remembering? Yes, vegan, because I think there's lanolin in here. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly, or maybe it was another brand, but anyway, they reformulated this. It's not as good. It's not as good as this one. And I really tried to, I mean, there's more in there, but it's like, Michelle, let it go. I really dug in there, and I loved this lip balm. It was so good. I love the fact that it was like in bullet form. It was so easy. This was constantly in my purse. Every time I traveled back to New York or any place cold during the winter time, this was like such a savior, and I'm just really, really sad that they changed the formula. I understand why they did it. It's like in line with their brand. I totally get it. I don't begrudge them that, but this formula was better. So anyway, I would repurchase it if I could, but I can't. The Tom Ford Badass Mascara. I really love this mascara. This is a good one. This one I felt like gave my lashes quite a bit of volume without looking clumpy. And yeah, this guy, rest in peace. Like, there's really no mascara on that wand. And would I repurchase this? I already have. I have a backup of this in my mascara drawer. I have so many mascaras going right now. It's actually pretty shameful, but I'm using the Chanel Inimitable, am I saying that right? Inimitable waterproof mascara. I have the Westman Atelier. I have my darling Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. I have the Gucci mascara. I have the Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara. I have the mascara that I've been testing that I think I can talk about, but anyway, we'll leave that for another video. Anyway, I feel like I have fallen down this crazy mascara rabbit hole. So I would repurchase this. I already have, and I need to stop. I need to stop purchasing mascaras. So, and Oh, okay, I'm a liar. This is not the last product I am going to talk about. This is the last product I'm going to talk about. I forgot about it. This is the Chanel Sublimage La Graine de Vanille. This is the one that had the vanilla beans in there and had that kind of like jelly, goopy kind of texture. It's a facial exfoliator, physical exfoliant, and I really enjoyed it. It was very nice, and I remember when I hauled it, I was a little disappointed that it didn't smell a little bit more like vanilla beans. But once you actually use it and once you start, I guess, breaking up the bean a little bit, the seeds of the vanilla pod a little bit, it does smell like vanilla, like real vanilla. And so I was very pleasantly surprised that it did smell like vanilla, and I really enjoyed it. The only thing that's like a minor, I guess, complaint about it is that I did find it a little bit difficult to rinse off. So I would use this in the shower, you know, get a nice like coating of it, really use those scrubby bits, and then I would just run my face underneath the shower and I would just, you know, wipe away. And I felt like I would do that for a while. I would feel like all the grits were gone, but then I would get out of the shower, I would, you know, dry myself off, start getting ready, and I would notice that, you know, I'd have some in the corner of my eye, I would have some kind of stuck in my hairline. So it was a little bit difficult to rinse off, and I felt like as I continued using this, I would spend more and more time rinsing it off, but invariably there was always like a little grit somewhere. And thankfully, you know, they're like dark little bits, so they're easy to pick off. But yeah, that was probably a very minor complaint. Would I repurchase this? Would I repurchase this? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I do have some facial exfoliators that I want to get through. You know, for me, a lot of the time is like, I have to let some time pass. And it's like, and then if I miss the product, then I'll go back out and I'll repurchase it. It's almost like a good movie. I don't really know if it was like fantastic right after I've seen it, even if I enjoy it, until like a week later. Like, am I still thinking about it? Am I still wondering about certain plot points or whatever? It's the same thing with a lot of skincare, a lot of, you know, beauty products. It's like, if I'm still thinking about it, in a couple weeks, I will probably go out and repurchase this. No reason for me not to. I can't think of any cons other than the whole rinsing bit, but yeah, I think time will tell with this one. All right, that is it for my empties. Let me know if you have any questions down below in my comment section. So give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy empties videos. Please let me know, and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next video.